a flight hijacked into Christmas Eve, 1999. December 24, 1999 began like any other day. Indian Airlines flight IC-814 prepared for takeoff from Kathmandu, Nepal. Its destination was New Delhi, India. On board were families, tourists and everyday people unaware of the nightmare that awaited them. Minutes after takeoff, terror struck. 5 men, armed and ruthless, hijacked the plane. They called themselves Chief, Dr. Burger, Bola and Shankar. Their real names, as we would later learn, were Ibrahim Athar, Shahid Akhtar Syed, Soni Ahmed Kazi, Mistry Zahor Ibrahim and Shakir. The world watched in horror as the hijackers took control. They issued a chilling set of demands. The fate of over 170 passengers and crew hung precariously in the balance, their lives held hostage by a group of ruthless terrorists. The hijacking of IC-814 was not just about a plane, it was a stark reminder of the vulnerability of nations to the threat of terrorism. The ordeal of IC-814, a journey of terror. The hijackers forced the pilots to change course. First, they diverted the plane to Amritsar, India, then Lahore, Pakistan. Each stop was a tense standoff. Fuel was loaded, but the hijackers refused to release hostages. The world watched, hoping for a peaceful resolution. From Lahore, the plane was forced to fly to Dubai, UAE. Here, one hostage, Rupin Katyal, was brutally murdered by the hijackers. His body was thrown onto the tarmac, a grim reminder of the stakes involved. The remaining passengers and crew faced unimaginable terror, their hopes dwindling with every passing hour. Finally, after days of agonizing uncertainty, the plane landed in Kandahar, Afghanistan. It was under the control of the Taliban regime. The hijackers had chosen their sanctuary, a land where they believed they were beyond the reach of international law. The ordeal of IC-814 had become an international crisis. A nation held hostage, demands and negotiations. In Kandahar, the hijackers issued their final ultimatum. They demanded the release of 3 dreaded terrorists imprisoned in India. Among them was Masood Azhar, a notorious figure linked to numerous acts of violence. The Indian government faced an impossible choice: give in to the demands of terrorists and risk further emboldening them, or refuse and gamble with the lives of the innocent passengers and crew still held captive. It was a decision with far-reaching consequences. After days of agonizing negotiations, the Indian government made the agonizing decision to yield to the hijackers' demands. The 3 terrorists were flown to Kandahar and exchanged for the hostages. It was a bitter pill to swallow, a decision made under duress, but one that brought the immediate crisis to an end. The aftermath scars on a nation. The release of the terrorists, particularly Masood Azhar, had long-term repercussions. Azhar went on to form the Jaish-e-Mohammed. This terrorist organization would be linked to numerous attacks in India. The hijacking exposed vulnerabilities in India's security apparatus. It led to a significant overhaul of airport security measures and a reassessment of counter-terrorism strategies. The scars of the IC-814 hijacking run deep. It remains a chilling reminder of the human cost of terrorism. The incident continues to be a subject of debate and scrutiny. It raises questions about the effectiveness of negotiations with terrorists and the long-term implications of concessions made under duress. The story of IC-814 is not just a historical event. It is a stark reminder of the constant threat of terrorism and the challenges nations face in combating it.